in Denver today?
It's very good and positive. I think people are excited about the convention. I think people are a little bit apprehensive as far as what it's going to do if you work downtown or live downtown. But I think overall people are just excited to be part of the convention and are excited that it's coming up in a few weeks.
What about the construction that's going on right now? Have you noticed we've become a crane city?
I have, but to me anyway, that's just a typical summer in Denver. None of the work gets done during the winter months, so it always tends to come around during the summer anyway. So I guess, now that you mention it, I notice that there's a little more, but if you hadn't mentioned it, I would just think it's normal summer activity.
Now, what about visitor impact? Are you concerned about that, or what are your feelings about that?
Yeah, I think that when you hear comments such as it's not going to be anything more than a typical game at Coors Field, I don't know that I believe that that's true. I think it's going to be a pretty horrendous week as far as trying to get around downtown and trying to get back and forth. I work downtown, and I know it's I'm planning on riding a bike. I'm not even going to try to take the train. But I think people are prepared for it and are planning around it. Now it's just a matter of wait and see, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it could be really exciting.
Yeah, no, I think so too.
I live downtown, so.
Okay.
Yeah. What's the mood of the people? Do you think in Denver?
I think some people are nervous about what's going to happen with the convention coming, as to how crowded it's going to be in the city and how much security is going to be around. I know I work down here, and we're kind of worried about that.
Are you?
Yeah.
What about the construction and traffic and stuff like that? How is that impacting things right now?
The construction is noisy and it's inconvenient because it blocks off roads a lot of times. There's a lot of construction going on. But I think in the long run it'll be really nice when it's all finished. But right now it's kind of a pain. Yeah.
And now what about visitor impact?
You mean for people with the construction?
No, I mean, during this summer with the convention and the visitors and everyone being here, how?
Well, I think there's a worry about security,
Really?
Yeah, because there's going to be just so many people from all over coming in, and it's hard because I think there's going to be a lot of security people around, and I think it's just a little bit of a nervous time.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate your sharing with us.
Sure.
And can I just get you to? Yeah. So what is the mood at this moment? In Denver.
I think most of the people that I know feel it's an inconvenience because their lives have changed. And I do have a friend who works for the RTD, and his whole life is kind of in an uproar because of the anticipation of how it's going to affect transportation.
The DNC, how the DNC is going to affect
and how it's going to work, because I know he had asked for time off and was told no. So I guess everybody's anticipating a big impact on the city. I'd been following in the paper that people were hoping that it would introduce more money into the economy, and a lot of the people who were expecting that were disappointed. They didn't get contracts that they thought they'd get. So I think people are kind of up in the air about the whole issue of whether they're happy that it's coming or not. Now, if you were invited to the convention, you probably might be a lot happier. I think that there's interest from what I've read in the paper about the fact that it's going to be at, I think it's called Invesco Field. I'm new to the area, where Obama is going to accept the party nomination. I think that's what it's. So, I guess there's going to be a lot of people going to that, and they're excited that there's going to be so much happening in the city. So, from my experience, people have mixed feelings about the whole thing.
Right. And do you work downtown?
Right now, I just went to RTD. I'm looking for a job.
All right.
So I'm new to the area.
Well, do you have any feelings yourself about the DNC being here?
There's going to be a lot of dynamics going on with it. I'm a little concerned with how our country has been reacting to such a fear-based agenda, and so the security is going to be, I think, taken in the wrong direction. If we want to be secure, we ought to be more proactive with groups and trying to get the messages out. That's what the protesters want, is to be able to share their messages. So we need a media that is unbiased, not tied to corporate agendas, profits. So that's critical. And so actually, that's who I'm with, KG Radio, volunteering for them right now.
Great, yeah.
Passing out program guides.